Shalom.
Shalom.
It's the brother New Hoya.
Brother Kaya.
Before we get started, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh,
Bashir Yahushua, Bashir Kakadash.
the double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the believers across the four corners. Alright? Shalom. And I want to get into this term. They got this terminology in the sports world. It's called ball is life. Alright, and when we apply that term to ourselves, spiritually in our walk, with the truth, the Lord, that's our life, man. Alright, because when you with that term ball is life, it's basically implying that that person, that basketball player, that or football player, whatever it may be, that their life revolves around that sport or that that manner of living. Right? But so they strive towards that, but we striving for the masteries, in truth.
Yeah, if a man can go after vainglory, such as Kobe, Kobe had the tenacity. Kobe Bryant, basketball player, in case of Jake not familiar with him, most people know him. He had a reputation of how hard he was going, his tenacity, what he had grabbed firm of and had their hold on it. All right? And he did it relentlessly, man. All right? He pursued it. He shot millions of shots, all right, to become the best. Now, he was a champion, a vain champion. All right? Which the men of the Lord are champions in their own rights because, right, they striving for righteousness. They're going after righteousness, which is a value of greatness that's invaluable. Go ahead.
It's 1 Corinthians 9 and 25. It says, and every man that's striving for the mastery, go up verse 24.
Yep.
It says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all?
Yep.
But one receiveth the prize. So run that you may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Yeah, but it says they're striving for the mastery. And they say when you run, you gotta run hard. All right? Meaning we going hard. So whatever it really take to get an incorruptible crown, that's what you gonna have to be willing to do. Really, you don't have to be willing to do. You surrender to it already, man, by signing up for it. Because when they signed up for that ball is life, they gave them the rules and the regulations, just like the Bible is a instruction, all right, tool, manual, for us to know what we're going to have to face and do. Those accounts, those men, the things that they experience is not there for nothing, all right? And when you make something your lifestyle, right, you had the rapper Young Thug, and Rich Homie Quasar did a lot just to live this here lifestyle. Right, but what he did, right? They sacrificed. They did, unrighteous things. Okay, obviously, they got a vain consolation because, okay, you got some change, you got a couple women, you did a couple things, but then you go to jail and get a 15-year probation term. Then Rich Homie Quan died off eating like Kodak say, he ate a perk and it was fake, but he still ate it, man. They died in vain, man. So if you're gonna go after something, all right, make sure it's something that is filled with glory, man. Like you gotta go after. Well, the only thing you really could go after that's filled with glory is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's all we saying, man. All right, that's all we saying. You got something? Did I more in that?
Nah, that was it. But I got something else though.
Where you got it?
It's 2 Corinthians 4. Let me just get the point. We'll start at 17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. That incorruptible. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, the tangible things. But the things which are not seen are eternal, the incorruptible crown. Right? The incorruptible things. Yeah, and that's pretty much the point. You know, we had something we wanted to say.
Yeah, life in general, all right, requires that man that walking, he must obtain either or. He must either succumb to the life, all right, or actually make the most or get the value out of what he's living for. That's part of the Lord's will. Everybody living life to play a part of the Lord's will, man. But at the end of the day, if you ain't on this side of the will, you know, you doomed.
Yeah,
You're down, man.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, you gotta eat of faith the whole time you doing it. That's part of believing, right? Part of believing, you gotta serve the Lord. It's impossible to serve the Lord without faith. So part of the faith and part of the belief to continue to go hard for the Lord is the what? It's the belief. Get Romans 14 and 20, the very last verse. This is sin unto you if you don't believe, man. So when men put their heart into basketball, they trying to perfect the craft, man. They put their idols at the top. Jordan, LeBron, they gotta be like, what? I gotta surpass these men. All right, then I know that what? I went hard, man. Right? Whether you want to be like them or not, they're still icons in basketball, man. So our icon is Yahweh Shai, man. Why they want to make a idol, their God, they put their total trust in it. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 15. Read that. They give me Wisdom of Solomon 15 from the top.
Yeah, Romans 14 and 23.
Go ahead.
And he that doubted is damned if he eat.
Yep.
Because he eateth not of faith.
Go ahead.
For whatsoever is not of faith is sin.
Yep. So whatever is not of faith is sin. So if you ain't faithful, you're a sinner. Yep. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 15. Start at 3.
Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 3.
Go ahead.
For to know thee is perfect righteousness.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, to know thy power is the root of immortality.
Right. So to know the Lord is perfect righteousness. Right. Complete righteousness. And it says, yea, to know the power of the root of immortality. And that's why we filled our life. We filled ourselves with the Spirit. We filled in excess of the Spirit of steady trying to what? Please the Lord, man. All right?
Yeah, that's our lifestyle.
That's our lifestyle.
Our way of living, yeah.
The pleasure unto the Lord, ultimately, man. Keep going.
Verse 4. For neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us.
Go ahead.
Nor image spotted with diverse colors.
Go ahead.
The painter's fruitless labor.
So what it's saying here is images and inventions of men. Basketball is an invention of men. That ain't basketball ain't in the Bible. That's something invented. And you made a man to dedicate his life to it. Like, it's a ball with air in it. You throwing it at a goal out there and you running on a floor, and then falling on the floor, you know. Right? So it says, we ain't let that deceive us. Like, right? Go ahead.
The sight whereof enticing fools to lust after.
Yep.
And so they desired the form of a dead image that had no breath.
In our form, we desire the form of a living true God. That's a true power. He said that he's not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. Because nothing is dead by him. Even when you die, you transition to the spirit world. Your spirit leave. Your spirit never died. So why would we go hard after a dead image or idol? Because basketball is men idols. That's a God.
Yeah, and it's of the world.
It's of the world.
It's
God.
yeah. The fashion of the world passes away. Man.
Yeah, it's passing away.
Yep.
The kingdom of heaven is established forever, bro. Foundation. Go ahead.
It's verse 6. Both they that made them, they that desired them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things.
Go ahead.
And are worthy to have such things to trust upon.
Yeah, so they trust upon it, right? All is life. Those things they desire and worship is evil unto them. Read that again, bro.
Yeah. Verse 6. Both they that made them, they that desired them,
Go ahead.
and they that worship them
Go ahead.
are lovers of evil things.
Go ahead.
and are worthy to have such things to trust upon.
Yeah, so they worthy to trust upon. Ball is life. And there's other areas too, right? Jay go hard to be an athlete. No, I'm talking about putting work in. Yeah, to getting up 2, 3 in the morning, exercising, running. You know, trying to what? Meet the requirements of being fit to run up and down the court for a contract, man. And here we got the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and Jake trying to be a motherfucking athlete, man. I'm not trying to be athletic in a kingdom that's coming down. I need to figure out how I can escape the judgment of this place, which is more important. Because the walls are closing in, man. Go ahead, I.
Yeah, verse 7. We get 7. For the potter, timber and soft earth.
That's the point. Yeah, that's the point. But if a man can trust upon things that's vain unto him, how much more are we to trust upon a thing, all right, that gives us immortality, dominion, all right, peace, rest, right? How much more harder we have to go concerning that? So think about it, Jake. Is you really going hard for the right thing? Because the only thing you could go hard for, or supposed to go hard for, is Yahweh Bashim shot. That's not
time. Yeah, that's pretty much the point.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, we're going to close out. Before we end it, we can give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh Bashim Shah, Bashir Kabadash. You know, and salutations to the believers across the corners. With that, we'll see Bible Ball, Kwame Asherano, Shalom.